My next guest, Junie Moon, is a writer from Austin, Texas, who prefers to use her fan name for Adam activities. She currently authors historical materials for a major research library in Texas, and she is the co-author of 2 historical novels set in early America. In 2009, a chance encounter with the American Music Awards changed Junie's life forever and reawakened a long dormant love of rock and roll music. She has since been devouring everything she can find on Adam Lambert and blogs regularly about her Adam journey on the Adam Lambert fan club site, which is where I was directed to read the stunning blog she'd written about our topic today, Outlaws of Love. Well, hello, Junie. It's wonderful to have you on the sound bath. Thank you very much for being here. I would love for you to read us your blog, please.
All right. This is the blog I wrote for the Adam Lambert fan club site called Why I Love Outlaws of Love. Like most fans here, I was enraptured by Outlaws of Love. Tears were streaming down my face as Adam worked his magic with a song so simple, but deeply devastating in the best possible sense. This song is what some music writers call cathedral work, a song that resonates as though in a soaring nave, drawing attention to the emptiness that surrounds it. The performance was amazing. The persona he presents to us is that of a simple man pleading for nothing more than basic decency. Yet it seems an act of extraordinary courage. This is a man who is willing to break for love, but not entirely. His voice captures this tension, the hurt informing the artistry refining and elevating the hurt. We can respond to the sensitive instrument of Adam's voice as well as to the individual drama, the story of lovers hounded by an unnamed they who deny people their most full-blooded possibilities. The music breathes, rises and falls on its own, transcends autobiography or politics. Such interpretations explain little and hardly matter. A straight person accepted everywhere can be as touched by the depth of feeling of this song as much as someone chewed up by rejection and discrimination. The performance is a remarkable portrayal of love, anguish, and yearning, delivered with maturity, restraint, and excruciating regret. Few performers in pop music would have been able to pull off such an unpretentious, vulnerable, honest song, and fewer still would even want to. I'm still thrilling just over the last note, exquisitely fashioned and heartbreakingly upward. He and his lover are running towards a dead end that they can see but not change. But just when we are about to succumb to despair, Adam's voice takes us higher, telling us that this love of his will go on and on. We know at least that the lovers will not have to face their tormentors alone. We feel strangely hopeful that they will make it after all, that somehow it is all worth it. Adam turned a fairground into a cathedral and filled it with a hymn of loneliness, told the truth, and trusted us, his fans, to listen. What an honor, what an album of integrity and power we have in store.
Oh, Junie, that's beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Angelina.
Oh, it's just exquisite. Thank you. And I love the fact that we now have your voice reading your work. I wanted to ask you why specifically you felt the need to write about this song in particular, because I had a look at various blogs on the fan site and I haven't actually seen anybody really write about songs as such.
Well, I think there's several reasons for that. When I first became interested in Adam, the FYE had just come out, and I downloaded it. It was the first album I ever downloaded. Another first for Adam, and it came to me in this, huge, almost undigestible blob for me of new music.
Right.
I had not been interested in popular music for about 20 years before I got interested in Adam.
Wow.
I liked folk music, acoustic guitar, and older music like Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald and Tony Bennett and singers like that.
Right.
So when I got FYE downloaded, I was completely unaccustomed to hearing pop music, and I'm like, what's this?
It must have been a shock to your system.
It was a shock to my system, and it took a lot of listenings to get comfortable with it, and in a lot of ways, it was the Glam Nation performances that now, the songs are very dear to me now because of the way Adams interpreted them over time.
Right.
And the fan club site didn't come along until about a year ago when FYE had already been out almost a year. So I think that's part of the reason that you don't see people writing about individual songs. They were already kind of part of our Adam culture before the fan site ever came along. Mm-hmm. And the only other song that I'd written about in my blogs was his performance of Change Is Gonna Come.
Right.
At the Music Box on the next to last night of the Glam Nation tour. Mm-hmm. And that was more, the moment, the full circle moment at that time. This was the first new Adam song that we've had since FYE. The first new Adam song that's not a cover of somebody else's work. So I was just so thrilled, and when I saw that there was a new song that he had performed in Montreal, mm-hmm. I, of course, was flailing before I even played the video, and and the title being Outlaws of Love, I was thinking, okay, wow, he's going to rock out. This is going to be an outlaw song.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it was going to be, like a Springsteen type, racing in the streets type song.
Right.
A rebel song. And then when I heard it, it was just, it's just so emotionally devastating that being a writer, I had to find a way to articulate my thoughts about it. So that's why I wrote this blog.
Well, it's beautiful. I cried almost as hard reading the blog as I did listening to the song the first time. Junie, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome.